Hello, my name is Sean. I'm an IT security manager, and I give Atera a 5 out of 5. For more reviews like this, click below. Previously, we had been using Rescue Mobile, which was kind of like a send a link to somebody and they would connect to that link, and then they would download a client and it would connect us to that client using our control panel. Our MSP had decided that we needed something better, so they had proposed ConnectWise, and for our environment, they had come up with a bill of about 150,000 a year, which was remarkably outstanding compared to the few thousand that we were paying for the Rescue Mobile. We also had a client for GoToAssist that we were using, but it was not as functional and was really just a backup. The reason we chose Atera was essentially when we got the initial request for ConnectWise, I looked at the price tag of $150,000 a year and said there has to be something better. So I literally Googled ConnectWise competitors, and Atera was the first thing that came up, and it just worked. It was based on technician as opposed to um, number of devices. We have a very lean team, only about, at that time, it was 4 people for 450 devices because most of our devices are very stripped down, restricted, and app specific. So even though we have a Windows 10 device in the trucks, that doesn't mean that the users ever go into anything. So having the ability to license by technician, which was 4 as opposed to 450 devices, was a lot less expensive. Additionally, it didn't count all the servers against us, so that helped as well. Onboarding and integrating was perfectly easy. You install an app on the computer or device, you log into the portal, set up MFA, and you can jump into the device whenever you need. Um, Learning how to do a little scripting was nice because once I was able to do a little scripting, if I needed to do an update to Chrome, I just ran a script against every device. If I needed to do an update to Cisco AnyConnect, I ran a script to any device. Another thing that it replaced was WSUS, which everybody knows is just a nightmare. This let it become just, you know, click, update, and get a list of who needs to be alerted to reboot their computer. And if they take, if they haven't rebooted in a month, I can report on that as well. And then using Atera, I can actually reboot their computer right out from under their noses. Not that we do that, of course, but it just made everything easier. Once we were all loaded up and trained, which didn't take much, it was just a matter of getting everybody to give up their old remote desktop connection methods and use the new one. And I haven't had any complaints after people gave up the old and brought in the new. Look at the price, look at how you do everything, and then learn a little bit of scripting, and you'll be able to do everything that the more expensive devices and systems do for a much lower price. And if you're a single person who just, you know, is creating a MSP or some sort of, help desk as a service, this is actually perfectly situated for helping you get started at that type of business. You could be a one-man geek squad with no problem just using this software. To be honest, everybody in IT should have at least one of these accounts because you can create a customer called family, and every time grandma needs help rebooting her computer because she's 3 weeks behind on Windows updates, and Russian hackers are breaking into her computer to tell her to reboot, you could just jump in, assist, and be done with it instead of having to spend 5-6 hours talking grandma off a ledge because her HP printer started making too many noises.